3 years ago, I opened my LLC.
I'm starting a company, a real social media marketing coaching company.
I used to have this secret TikTok that was all about how I was going to quit my 9 to 5. I walked into the office of the small business development center because it seemed really overwhelming to fill out my LLC paperwork. I had spent most of my 20s trying to get a good job, and I honestly did have a pretty good office job when I decided to quit and start my own business, but I was still sort of struggling to make ends meet, and I just thought, why is this still a struggle? I went to college. I did what you're supposed to do. The last job I had was being a social media strategist and transaction coordinator for a real estate office. I had taught myself social media, taught myself real estate, transaction coordinating. I was managing so many things. I taught myself video editing. And again, like I always do, I went to my boss and I said, hey, I'd like a raise. And I was told no. And I just had this moment where I was like, I'm tired of begging people for a job and then begging people to get a raise. And if I work this hard for myself, I'm pretty sure I could do better than I'm doing now. Let's be clear. I was really grateful for that job. I was treated well, but it was just evident that I was never going to be able to move up the way that I envisioned. Through a heart-wrenching breakup and this raise conversation and a bunch of other things, it just came to a culminating point, and I realized it was time for me to be the conduit for my own wealth. It was terrifying because I'm a single income earner and I have a mortgage. I have a daughter. People would say I'm being reckless and irresponsible, and it was really hard to tune them out. Just fear and dread everywhere. But again, I reasoned I've been struggling most of my 20s trying to work for other people, so I might as well figure out how to work for myself. Is it really that much safer to work for someone else and to outsource your career development to someone else and to put all your skills in the hands of someone else? Some might call it drive and ambition. Some might call it delusion. I've thrown literally everything at this business. In these 3 years, I've spoken to multiple groups. I was offered a job to teach audio video production at the community college. I worked on 2 separate municipal levy projects, both of which passed. I was also featured as one of the 39 under 39 in the Walla Walla Union Bulletin. I've been featured on 1 podcast and I have another interview scheduled. And I think at this point, you guys all know about my New York press trip where I was on a TV interview and my book was in Times Square. I'll be honest with you, I definitely thought I'd be a millionaire by now. I am still very much in hustle mode, but at least I get to work on my daydream full time instead of on nights and weekends, and I don't have to ask permission to do amazing things like go to New York to celebrate my book. Now I'm operating from the question of how good can it get, because it is my full-time job to figure out how good can it get in life and business, because for an entrepreneur, they're one and the same. I saw a great Instagram meme and it said, entrepreneurship is just a personal development plan with a financial outcome attached, and I could not agree more. Starting my own business has been terrifying. It's been a roller coaster ride, but it's been so rewarding. And even though I'm not a millionaire yet, I know that I'm well on my way and I'm building something meaningful. I'm having a positive impact. And like I said, I am just on a mission to figure out how good can it get.